I haven't made art in 4 days, but you know, before that I've been working on some new ideas in the background. But since I'm coming back around to my studio practice and finding the process again, I'm just gonna do some drawings on this paper. I like this paper the most. Canson XL watercolor paper, cold pressed, 140 pound. It comes in a variety of sizes. This happens to be the 9" by 12", and it's acid free, 140 pound, all the stuff that you would look for in a paper. So it's gonna last. And you know, it's fine once you start working with it. Sometimes we can get hung up on materials. What paper is this? What should I do? I am a big proponent and person that will say use it all, explore, experiment, express. You never know what's waiting around the corner in relation to your voice and your vision through materiality. And I'm gonna make another video soon about all of that and go through some more in-depth ideas and thoughts behind that. But right now, today, I'm just going to draw expressively, intuitively, raw, emotionally, and talk a little bit about how the subconscious can mirror out from our being and how we can release more of that emotionality into the work as we go. I'm Natalie D'Adamio. I'm a interdisciplinary artist, a colorful creator, a soulful, poetic being. You know, there's so many labels we can give ourselves, but what does it really matter anyway? We're everything and nothing all at the same time. So I like to take some pages out. Maybe I'll grab like 6 because that's a good time for a short, like, it's gonna be a short duration. I'm just kind of getting acquainted with the marks, the moment, the emotionality of the day. I did not clean up yet, but that should be happening in the near future. And also, I'm gonna start working, but then just do a voiceover because it's just easier. Sometimes talking actually can take you out, but it actually can work in both ways. It's weird. Sometimes you can just find yourself in the moment of the conversation that you're having and realize you've went somewhere else, but also it's really nice just to be silent in the process of it all. That's one great thing about art making. You really have the potential and capacity to be present with all of it. Of course, you know, you can have music, which is a great addition, and I always like to draw to sound myself and have several ideas around that, but it's nice to just sometimes be in the silence of it all. And that kind of is a meditative practice in itself. But we just think meditation and movement with mark, color, line, shape, form. Yeah, there's many ways to look at it, and you need to define it for yourself. And if you're here watching this, you know, this is my point of view. That's the whole point of having the channel. So I always say, like, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Unwind. No, I don't always say unwind. But I'm starting to say unwind and come to find the reasons why for yourself. So feeling to me is way more about the emotion and the experience and like arriving and arising to the day. The materials are really secondary. And this, when you start looking at that, it's going to change everything for you, I guarantee. Because you're going to have more allowing in the process of it all. And we're just diving into like the mark in the moment, which I always say, but finding our way as we go and letting anything inform us. In this case, on my desk, because it isn't clean, there's just many things that I'm just moving towards. And intuition is about moving towards the feeling that you see before it happens within yourself and allowing that process to bubble up and unfold. So if you think yellow, you just grab yellow. You don't worry about what it's mixed or what kind of yellow. You just get yellow, and whatever yellow is near you. That's intuition. That's feeling. That's sensing, sensory experience activated, alive inside of our bodies. Learning how to express through the emotionality and the energetic qualities of the art. It can be really interdimensional and multidimensional, but it also can be it's just a scribble, it's just a color. But all of these things are allowing us to open wider, even though it seems maybe stupid or trite or like, oh, what is that? Why did you do that? Why did you put the black on there like that? But those are like judgments that come out of our inability to allow ourselves more freedom in the process. So the more we work this way in an automatic, unconscious, emotional way and focus on allowing ourselves to open through the automatic and intuitive, we can really start to see and feel our way to seeing, is what I want to say. And that is a process and a practice in itself, especially if you're not naturally empathic and sensitive and a feeler. It's going to sound foreign. And also sometimes even us sensitives and feelers can get blocked because it's all about learning to trust the process and deepening the trust over time. And that's why an art practice and developing your particular process in relation to these sensory feeling energy things can be so valuable over time, because you start to define it for yourself and know your mark. Even if you made an X, it's still your X, it's really important because it's a full body experience. It's a sensory feeling thing, especially in this raw, intuitive, abstract drawing, and that moves into the painting process. So it's very important to have the drawing, because the drawing is informing the abstraction. I heard someone once say, I don't know why I'm drawing into my work. They're an abstract painter. But I know why we're drawing. We're drawing to see the abstraction. And that's why it's important to have the drawing practice, because it's interchangeable with the abstract painting process. And this is how I come to see it over the many years now. And that's what I teach and share, and why I'll always talk about some of the same things, because that's important to the way I've developed my understanding of my process, and things that have been the happy accident. That does happen in the work, so allow for the surprise, allow for the happy accident, allow for the delightful, maybe even the tragic, because we can always flip it around and make something out of that moment. And maybe it won't be today, but it could be tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Really important. That's going to take you real far too, that understanding. It's just that allowing and that trust, and we can only really gain that for ourselves by actually entering into the moment and the mark and the life and the practice and being more honest through the expression. And that can sound scary, but it can also be a huge opportunity to awaken something deeper inside. And that's the valuable thing about a simple art practice and expressive drawing practice. We're really siphoning that unconscious and feeling more and more and more in the process of it all. So thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed that little foray into intuition, unconscious, and moving into the mark in the moment, exploring the expressive and the emotional, just letting it be what arises today. You can support this channel by donating to it any amount in the link below. Purchasing original artwork. I have small drawings and collages to large scale works, so there's a wide range of price points, and it's all original works, no prints. So you're getting a great deal there. You can also purchase one of my pre-recorded classes, and there's a new one in the works, so stay tuned for that. There's lots of things going on, moving and grooving, and we're just gonna keep creating through it all. So thank you for being here.